ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। 17 onwards. ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः
ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः
तमसः परमुच्यते।
तमसः परमुच्यते।
ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यम्
ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यम्
हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम्
हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम्
इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानम्
इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानम्
ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः।
ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः।
मद्भक्त एतद्विज्ञाय
मद्भक्तये तद्विज्ञाय
मद्भावायोपपद्यते।
मद्भावायोपपद्यते।
प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव
प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव
विध्यनादि उभावपि।
विद्यनादि उभावपि।
विकारांश्च गुणांश्चैव
विकारांश्च गुणांश्चैव
विद्धि प्रकृतिसम्भवान्।
विद्धि प्रकृतिसम्भवान्।
कार्यकरणकर्तृत्वे
कार्यकरणकर्तृत्वे
हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते।
हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते।
पुरुषः सुखदुःखानां
पुरुषः सुखदुःखानां
भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते।
भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते।
पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि
पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि
भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान्।
भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान्।
कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य
कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य
सदसद्योनिजन्मसु।
सदसद्योनिजन्मसु
उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च
उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च
भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः।
भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः
परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तः
परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तः
देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः
देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः
So we need to resume from Shloka number 22. So just like Apara Prakriti and Para Prakriti was talked about in the seventh chapter. Okay. So along the same lines, Apara Prakriti, Para Prakriti. Here the two words used are Prakriti and Purusha. That's the only difference here. And so in 19, Vikaransya Gunachaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. All change, anytime you recognize change, it it belongs to Prakriti. Change belongs to Prakriti. Prakriti brings change. Because Prakriti, Maya, Trigunatmika, Guna. Whenever Guna is there, change is automatic. Change is automatic. And we try our best. Age is also Guna, you know. Age also is Guna. And we try to make sure we look as though we don't age. That we can do. We can do that. We can make ourselves look as though we didn't age. Oh my God, you look so young. Oh my goodness. So this is what people say. So okay, that's all good, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfect. As we are blessed if we can do that. But I know how old I am. I may look very young, but I only know how old I am. And there are not people that can't live beyond 100 years. Very difficult to live. So okay, so I may look young, but still I will die at 100. I may look old and still die at 100. What choice? What do you want to choose between these two? That's your choice. You want to look young and die? That's also fine. So that's we don't have much choice in these kinds of matters. Some choice we have, but some choice we don't have. Look at this. Vikaransa gunanseva. So that vikara is constant. And that's why these corporations, I like their mantra. The only thing that is constant is change. Like that, they will talk about. And then you wonder, what is this? I never learned all these things before. Yeah, we have to listen to all these things, which sometimes is good to work in corporations like that. And only thing constant is change. Yeah, Vikaranscha. And we say that is true. We agree with that. And there is another thing that is not subject to change that they don't talk about. But that is where Shastram is there to say Prakriti always goes with change and Purusha and change. Purusha sustains change, but Purusha is unaffected by change. Okay, that is what we are studying here. So, look at this. Purushaha Prakritistohi and all. We saw 21st Shloka last class. Then now, Upadrashta Anumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatma iti cha api yuktaha. Mahavakya coming up here. Okay, Dehesmin Purusha Paraha. Okay, so this Purusha, Prakriti, everywhere I see there is Prakriti. So where is Purusha? Now this guy is a Vedanti. So he is now in search of Purusha. All along he's been in search of Prakriti. Then he realized, oh, I've been looking for the wrong thing. Okay, now I am in search of Purusha. So where is this Purusha? Okay, that's what is being asked. And he's going to say here in this shloka, Asmin Dehe. Asmin Dehe, last two words of this uh, shloka. Purushaha Asmin Dehe means in this body. In this body itself, Purusha is there. Okay. And We already know the key attributes, not even attributes. Purusha itself means what? Nirgunam, nirvikaram, satya, chetana, vastu. Many words are going to be introduced here, along with that, under our understanding of nirgunam. So, chetana vastu, it is chetanam. Brahma is Atma is Chetana Vastu. Means it is consciousness. And therefore it has the ability to make other things appear consciousness like this body. Body is conscious because of this Atma. Alright. So body borrows consciousness from Atma, Chetana Tattvam. Next, Satya. Satyam. Satyam is existence. Existence, that which is taken for granted all through. And so that existence, Satyam, is also this Purusha. Then Nirgunam and Nirvikaram. So in one word, Paramarthanandaji says, Nirguna Nirvikara Satya Chetana Tattvam is this Purusha. And to that, Krishna is going to add a few more words here. Few more ways to understand this, how it manifests, like that he's talking here. And so that we can see Prakriti and Purusha as different. Different means what? Prakriti is all attributes. Chetanam, Achetanam, Prakriti. Okay. Then Satyam, Mithya. Then Nirgunam, Sagunam. Nirvikaram, Savikaram. So, therefore, in these few verses, Krishna is just reminding us of this Chetana Vastu, Purusha. That Purusha, Asmin Dehe Asti. And Purushaha, Paraha. Last word is Paraha. Paraha. Param. This Param translation is a bit problematic in these books. If you are following English books and all that, be very careful. They will say Supreme, Param Brahma, Supreme Brahma. Supreme Brahma and all, bit problematic. Because how are you going to understand the word Supreme, right? And as Puja Samji would say, in America, it's easy to, there is a gas, if you go to the gas station, you'll have something called, there's ordinary gasoline, gas, and then there's Supreme gas. You have to pay a little extra for that. Gas means petrol. One thing gas means they are putting this propane gas and all. No, that petrol itself is called gas. Propane gas must be called something else, propane gas or something. They have to use a different word. But that gas, supreme, you have to pay extra. Then presumably it gives some more mileage or something like that. And so he says that supreme we can follow. But this supreme Lord, if you say,
In
hey,
Supreme,
Paraha
octane
means
content is more, 93%. Regular is 89% octane. That's why they call Supreme.
that is called supreme. Okay. So whether you get value for the money or not, that you leave it to the business people to figure out. But this paraha is not supreme. Supreme means relative. In the gas example, it is relative. Okay, this is we come up with a nice word. You can't say average. Average looks too. Yeah, we can't be average. Suppose somebody says you're average. You're average? That's an insult. Can't be average. Therefore, gasoline cannot be average. It's called it's
Regular,
called
regular.
regular. Regular also is too regular. I don't know. Let us say something more. Okay, it's power, and then premium, and then supreme. Aha. Something you should look as though even that regular thing is very powerful. You have to feel like that. So, like that. So it's all relative. The supreme word gives the idea of relativity, and so that we can't accept. And so, paraha here means what? A limitless. That which has no limit. This is called paraha. Limitless is the correct way to understand. How do you understand limitless? Well, everything I understand is limited. Whatever I understand in my mind is limited. Okay. If I say, what are the three types of limitations we talked about? Three types of limitations. What are those?
Kala, Desha, Vastu.
Vastu.
Kala, Desha, and Vastu. Kala, Desha, and Vastu. It's what? Anything you know. Anything you know. Suppose I say, this is a pencil. This is a pencil. I got it from my grandfather. That pencil it is. Okay, still I'm using. Or pen. Pen is a better example than pencil. Yeah, I got it from my grandfather. They used to use it. They still put ink in it. I still have ink and I'm putting ink in it. That's the pen this is. So it's a very ancient thing, right? How many years? 50 years, 60, 70 years it's been used. And so 70 years. Versus all these modern pens. Simply buy, buy and then just write it and then you don't this refill, you can't even remove the refill, it's all sealed. You even if you think you can replace the evil, they'll make sure you can try as hard as you want. Unless you break the pen, you can't remove the refill. That's it. The only thing you can do is put it in the throw it. Penko. So very sad, because these are plastic, these are non-biodegradable. And so short-lived. Kala Parichinna, very short-lived, very short. And if you don't use it soon, you know what will happen? You think you will keep this pen for a long time? No, 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 no. Then ink will dry, it won't write at all. Even the money you paid for it also won't be useful. So modern people have figured out exactly how to get the value for their money. You have to throw it within 2 months, then buy another pen. Okay. So short-lived, very short-lived. Okay. And some things are long-lived also. Some things last for a longer time. Things at home and all that, vessels and all are there, and then they you know they all last for a longer time. Metallic things last for a longer time, and then 10 years, 15 years, 20 years they last, and then like this. But then they're all what? Kala parichin. Just because they last long doesn't mean it is permanent. Not permanent. You can say it's ancient, antique, and all. You can say I paid a lot of money for it. You can say all that fine, but it's all kala parichinna. Kala parichinna. Then what? Desha parichinna. Paricheda. That is better. Desha paricheda. Desha paricheda means what? Hey, if it is here, it is not there. It occupies only so much space. Even Earth is very massive, massive. But then you see the whole solar system, Earth looks so small. Compared to Jupiter itself, Earth is small. You should see the picture of all the sun and okay, Earth is big and Moon is this small, and then suddenly next to Earth they put Jupiter, and then Earth becomes so small, and then Moon is not visible at all. Moon is not visible. Then they put Sun next to it. Jupiter becomes so small. Earth is not visible. That's it over. And then solar system, we go. It's all minute. So Desha Parichinna, however massive it is limited by space. Limited by space. And then Vastu Paricheda, space, time, and then Vastu. Vastu means by virtue of being what it is limited. If you say pen, it is not pencil. If you say table, it is not chair. It is so many other furnitures are there. It is none of those things. Okay. You say gulab jamun, it is not all thousands of other things you consume. Just by giving the name itself, it is limited. Correct? Limited. And then guna on top of that. Guna. You give a guna, that's it, over. Finished. Brown, white horse. You say horse itself is limited. On top of that, white horse. Among all horses, it's a white horse. That means it's not brown, it's not black, it's not this, it's not so many things. Okay. So there is that's called Vastu Parichedaha. These are the three types of limitations of any object in this world. Blue sky. Sky is limited or limitless. Okay. What is then the question will become what is sky? You define sky for me. Then I will tell you what is limited. So sky, whatever you look at and say sky, blue sky. Blue. On top of that blue sky. That means somewhere else there is white sky. Somewhere else there is colorless sky also is there. And so many different skies are there. Among which this is a blue sky. Okay. All limited only. Limited. Therefore, we can't think of the unlimited. Paraha is not possible to objectify. And you can't objectify means what? It has to be the self. It has to be the self. That which cannot be objectified. And which is also limitless. Brahma also you can't objectify. Because the minute to objectify, you need finiteness. Only the finite can be objectified, can be conceptualized. That is why we are trying to conceptualize Brahma and it's still not coming. That's why sometimes we say, what is this? I've been studying Vedanta for so many years. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. We want some magic to happen. Something kuch na kuch hona chahiye na. Something stomach mein, nahi to heart mein, nahi to head mein. Somewhere something will happen. Yeah. So it will happen. Don't worry. Don't worry. It will happen. So don't run away. So like that. So like space. Space is limited or limitless? Space is limitless. Space is limitless. Initially, we say there is space in the room. And then there is also space outside the room. Slowly. Oh, space is there outside the room also. Yeah, space is there outside the room. Inside the room, outside the room also space is there. Then we have to say room is in the space. Space is not inside the room. Room itself is there in the space. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's correct. Correct. That's the way our understanding improves. Room is in the space. Space cannot be divided by the room. It appears divided by the room, but it can't be divided. So like that, our understanding also paraha is that is how we understand paraha. Free from all limitations. That is the best way to understand paraha. That's easily understandable also. Supreme and all, you don't want to go there at all. Supreme Lord, Godhead and all, they use these words. Godhead. I mean, so okay, Godhead has to be explained properly, correct? Devatas are there, Upadevatas, Devatas, then all these Pradhana Devatas, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Godhead, like that you can see. Then there is Supreme Godhead. Beyond that also, Brahma is Supreme God. Brahman, correct? You've seen all these things. So, so that's I don't know how they explain these words, but they use these words quite a bit. Anyway, Paraha is another word introduced in this shloka. Then Upadrashta, go back to the first shloka. Upadrashta is another beautiful word. Drashta, Drashta. Drashta is simple. Drashta. Darshana Karta. The one who sees is called a Drashta. One who does the act of seeing is called Drashta. Drashta. So all of us are Drashtas. When you see something, you say, I saw that. You say, you are the seer of that object. I saw the boy running. I'm the seer of the running boy. Drashta. Okay. Palakasya Drashta. Okay. So that is Drashta. Now, here it's a little different. Little different. That which allows me to see is the Drashta here. The seer, if you say, sometimes they use the word seer, and it allows me to see. It illumines things so I can see. It makes me conscious so I can see. Okay, that consciousness, that tattvam is what is the drashta here. Okay, that awareness, consciousness, also called awareness, okay, is the drashta. And sometimes the sun example is used just as a sun just illuminates everything. Okay. Like that, Atma illuminates everything. If we say that, if we say that, then you can't stretch the example too much, because sun is located in a particular place. Then we will start asking, where is Atma located? Where is Atma located? The light is illuminating this room. The light is there everywhere, all right. But then where is the source of light? Source of light is up there. Up there. So where is the source? Where is Atma sitting somewhere? Up there. Inside here, in the Guha. And Shastram also uses the word Buddhi Guhayam. We saw that. Nihitam Guhayam. Parame Vyoman. Purusha Suktam. So therefore, Shastram also seems to indicate it is located somewhere inside. No, that location is not possible for Atma. Even though Atma, but then Atma is not away, like the sun is away. Where is Atma? Upa, that word Upa, many of you know by now. Upa Samipe in Sanskrit. Samipe, close by, close by. How close? Close by. Further, further close. How close? It's close. It's close. Inside. Yeah, very inside. Very inside. How inside? How much inside should I go? You go as far as yourself. Yourself means what? Who am I? Ah, come to that question. Come to that question. If you come to that question, that is the purpose of using the word upa. Upa. Samipe. So close that it is you. It is you. It is not separate from you. It is not paroksha. It is aparoksha. It is not far away. It's not remote. It's not separate. It is not distinct. It is here. It is you. It is here means what? Don't look. It's you. That's it. It's you. And so Upa should remind you of
Upanishad.
Upa should remind you of Upanishad. Exactly, Upanishad. And Upanishad definition was given by Shankaracharya in the beginning of our study of Kathopanishad. And there, what does he say? Did he use the word Samipe? Okay, you can do this in your Abhyasa class. Okay. And ye mumukshavaha drishta anushravika vishay vidrishnaha santaha Upanishad shabdavachyam. Upanishad is equal to Vidya. He said that earlier. Vakshamana Lakshanam Vidyam. Upanishad means Vidya. Okay. And then what? Upasadya Upagamya. There he gives a slightly different meaning. He says, Upa means having approached, he says. Upagamya. Upa means approaching. You have to go close, it seems. Close to what? Close to this Vidya. You have to go close. By going to the Guru, etc., he will say that later. And what will happen if why should I go close to this Vidya? Because Tesham avidya dehe samsara bijasya visharanat. Stagna means destruction. Destruction of what? Avidya dehe, avidya, etc. And why should I remove avidya? Vidya is samsara bija. It is a bija, it is a seed of samsara. And if the seed of samsara is removed, then samsara is as good as like that. He talked about that. Right? Just a refreshing our thing. So that upa, therefore this drashta is samipe, upadrashta. How do you translate this in English? Proximate illuminator, proximate witness. To come up with some English word, okay? Intimate witness. But make sure you understand what it is. A self, basically. The self which is the witness. That is what is upadrashta. That Purusha is Upadrashta also. Okay. So in addition to Chetana Tattvam, Satya Tattvam, Nirgunam, Nirvikaram, Paraha, Upadrashta also. Correct? Upadrashta. And therefore, that Upadrashta close by the proximate, the intimate illuminator. Okay. Intimate seer. Okay. Like the clay is the intimate seer of the pot. Clay is not located in some part of the pot. Clay pervades the pot, which the pot has to recognize. Yeah. And then what? Anumanta cha. Very interesting words are coming up. Anumanta, Anumana Karta, Anumanta. Okay. So, Anumanta, one who in whose presence all things happen, one which blesses all activities, one who blesses inactivity also, one who is not opposed to anything, blessing. In the presence of the government, everything happens. In the presence of the Raja, all activities of the kingdom are happening. Raja is the Anumanta. Raja blesses whatever happens. And there, of course, Raja has the ability to give punishment, this, that, everything is possible, law and order, everything. But here, no such punishment will be given. Everything happens. Atma is unopposed to any type of action, dharma as well as adharma. That is why Nachiketa is asking the question, Anyatra dharma, anyatra adharma. I know about dharma, adharma. You don't teach me about dharma, adharma. Tell me that which sustains dharma, adharma. Right? So that is what it is. So anugraha karta, anugrahita. So many words can be used here. Anugraha. So anugraha means blessing. Just by how does it bless? By giving awards and grants, like the government gives grants. All these professors, you ask them what they do. They're busy writing proposals. Hey, when do you do research? If you're constantly writing proposals, you're supposed to do research. I have a PhD. I know how these things work. I've been to universities. They do all kinds of research. And they make the students write all the proposals. I wrote so many proposals. And my professor gets to put his name on. Arey wow. It's a nice job, And then they grow their department size also from one grad students to five grad students to 10, and then big lab, and then huge it becomes. And then a company. And then they will convert it into a company also. On the side, they can make money out of it. Hey, it's a nice, they have developed a very nice system. They're all called incubators of ideas. Anyway, this Atma doesn't do all that, doesn't grant anything, neither does it take away the grants also. You don't perform well, so chalega. That's how it is. Prarabdha is like that. So, how does it do? How can it become an Anumanta? Sannidhi matrena, Sanidhya matrena, just by mere presence, existence, exist. That's by existence it blesses Hanumanta. And that is why Nachiketa is asking that question. And that is why another student in another Upanishad is going to ask, Keno Upanishad, Kene Shitam Patati Preshitam Mana. Kena Ishitam, tell me what is behind my mind? What is it that makes my mind tick like this? Like that he's asking. Okay. He's not interested in knowing some Paroksha God. Okay. Tell me about that God has the power over me. Not that kind of question. It's right here, I know that. That Atma you teach me about. Kene Shitam Patati. And continues. That Upanishad is beautiful. Shrotrasya Shrotram. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Manoyat Vachoha Vacham Sau Pranasya Pranaha. चक्षुषश्चक्षुरतिमुच्य धीराः प्रेत्यास्मान् लोकाः अमृता भवन्ति अमृताः भवन्ति they will become amritaha once they know this shrotrasya shrotram they become amrita means they become immortal. Okay, that is what is being said here also next shloka is going to say that. Next shloka, look at that, he's going to say that ya evam vetti, one who knows in this matter, Sa bhuyo abhijayate na, will not be born again. Like that, next shloka is going to come. Okay. So that is what is said in this Kenopanishad also. That Anumanta, that's just watching everything. They say watching everything. And so also Bharta. This word seems to be repeating. Somewhere we saw the word Bharta. Somewhere we saw the word Bharta. I put a note here, 9.18, 18th mantra of 9th chapter. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrit Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidanam Bijam Abhyayam 9.18. Okay. So there we saw the word Bharta. Sustainer, the one that makes things happen. Bharta, the one that sustains activity. Okay. Sthiti Karta. Okay. That is called Bharta. So sometimes Vishnu is also called Bharta. Because having created, body is created. Now we don't worry about creator. We only worry about how to maintain myself. That's all we worry about. We are not worried about how were we born. How long can you keep thinking about your birth? You know, oh, my parents were great, my grandparents were great, they were great singers. This okay. What are you doing now? You tell me. Are you useful to anybody now or not? This is what I'm interested in knowing. So therefore, sustenance. This is the most important thing right now. And so, sthiti, karta, okay, bharta. We saw that last time also. Then, bhokta, bhokta. This also we saw just a shloka or two ago, I think. Okay, bhoktritve hetu. What did you say? Yeah, 20th shloka. Purusha sukha dukkhanam bhoktritve hetu ruchyate. Very interesting here. Purusha is a bhokta, dangerously close to giving kartritvam to Purusha. Purusha is akarta, abhokta, we say. Here he says Purusha is bhokta. My God, this is the Krishna is playing a lot of games. He's always doing mischief. I think mischief and Krishna cannot be separated. That much is very clear. So, Sukaduktanam bhoktritve heturuchyate. There we said that with reference to the state of being an experiencer, I take myself to be an experiencer. Yeah, obviously, because experiences are constant. And so, Purusha is the one that makes that experience possible. Just like the student in Kena Upanishad says, Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. What is it that makes my mind think? He's asking that fundamental question. And like that, what is it that makes me experience anything? If you ask from morning to evening, I experience. Even during sleep, I experience. That's why when I get up, I can say, I had a disturbed sleep or I had a good sleep. There are also experiences there. What is it that makes it possible? And so that that principle behind that vastu behind that is what was said there. Here also we should take the same meaning. Bhokta, bhokta, same meaning. The final, you can say the finally, Sapuju Savaji says final enjoy. Final enjoy means what? Final enjoy means the one who enjoys without enjoying, without enjoying. So, uh, another meaning Swamiji gives there, samharana karta, like that he says. Samharana karta means one which, samhara karta, one which is responsible, one which exists when everything is gone. Another meaning for bhokta. Okay, I have not looked at the bhashyam. I need to see that. That's another meaning. But anyway, bhokta here, the meaning is what? That which makes bhoktritvam possible. That which is the cause of all bhoktritvam. Bhoktritve heturuchyate. That meaning has to be got here. Because otherwise, the bhokta won't work. Purusha and bhokta don't go together, And so, and then Maheshwaraha. Maheshwara. I wonder how this Vishishtadvaitis explain these words. I'll be very curious. Maheshwara brought where Vishnu is supposed to be brought. Krishna is using the word Maheshwara. My God, not correct at all. It's not correct. So I am curious to know. I want to see how these words are explained. But anyway, Maheshwaraha. Two words it has, Mahan and Ishvaraha. Maheshaha also same thing, Mahan and Ishaha. And so Mahan means great. Ishvara means Ishvara. Shadaishwaryavat Ishvaraha. So the again here Mahan means great Lord. Sometimes they translate great Lord. Hey, let's understand this greatness. Is it an adjective? Like great, you did a great job today. Today you did well. Great. Prime Minister Modi is doing a great job. Is that the kind of greatness we are talking about? Great job versus inferior job versus useless job? Is that what we are saying? No, no, not that kind of greatness. That's why we don't use the word great here. Paraha, limitless Ishvara, best, limitless. Whatever quality you have, limitless, unlimited. That is why that Bhagavan, Bhaga, there are 6 attributes of Bhaga, right? And so that can be brought here, limitless, limitless. Therefore, limitless Ishvara. And means what? Swatantraha, Swatantratvam, Prabhuhu, Gatir Bhokta, we saw 918. Prabhuhu, there also the word Prabhuhu is used. Prabhuhu means what? Means, literal meaning is master. One who is a master of things. Expert. Nipunaha. Sometimes they use the word Nipunaha. Nipunaha means expert. There's nobody greater than that person in that particular art or skill or activity, okay, or profession, okay. But here it's not a profession. Therefore, Prabhu means Swami. Swami means just Sannidhi Matrina, just by being. Purusha is Maheshwaraha, Maheshwaraha, limitless Ishvaraha. And therefore you should know that unaffected by Prakriti. Prakriti, sustaining Prakriti, unaffected by Prakriti. Correct? Unaffected by Prakriti. Yeah, Anuradhaji, go ahead.
Could it also mean that because he's talking about Bharta and Bhokta, that here the Maheshwara, the Mahan Ishwara, is Hiranyagarbha, who is also, I know it's Atma, but could that be? Because that's why he's using Maheshwara?
Yeah, generally the word Maheshwara is not used for Hiranyagarbha. I have not seen it. I have not seen it like that. Never, even Bhashikara never used the word Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is generally used.
Because we have seen that Mohan in Kathopanishad quite a bit.
Right, right. Yeah, there Mahan is Hiranyagarbha. Correct, correct. So Mahatah Param Avyaktam, then Avyaktat Parah Purushaha. But here, see, Mahatah Param is there. There Hiranyagarbha is used for Mahan. But then Mahatah Param Avyaktam. Then Maya is superior to Hiranyagarbha. Same Kathopanishad. Then what about Maya? Then no, Purusha is superior to Maya. So if you use the word Hiranyagarbha, then it is Hiranyagarbha is not the
Okay.
ultimate, not the ultimate. Here it's the ultimate Mahan. Therefore, limitless is better word for we used. We should not bring Hiranyagarbha. So always in Hiranyagarbha, whenever in Upanishads you will see, Hiranyagarbha is an intermediary step. Prathama Jaha, first born. Okay, like that it comes. So anyway, so unaffected by Prakriti, Mahan, Ishvaraha, Maheshwaraha, and whereas the Jiva is constantly affected by something or the other, something or the other. And so, no, nothing affects this Maheshwaraha. Then Paramatma iticha api yuktaha, uktaha, excuse me, uktaha. So 4 words are there here. Paramatma iti cha api uktaha. Be careful. Okay, split properly. Not yuktaha, uktaha. Uktaha said, known to be, called as, also called as, api also, and also called as Paramatma. My goodness, this has to be a Mahavakya. Purusha is Paramatma. Jivatma is Paramatma. Huge. This is a Mahavakya, right? We don't have to look around for Mahavakya. We don't, without studying Upanishad, we see Mahavakyas in this chapter. And so, when the context of I is body, my body, then the word Jivatma is used. When the context of I is the entire Jagat, then Paramatma, same Atma only, Param, limitless Atma. Okay, that same Atma, Jivatma also is the same Atma. Therefore, Jivatma is also, can be also called Paramatma. When I see myself not limited by the body, immediately I can say I am Paramatma. When body is me, but I am not body. When body is I, but I am not body. Correct? Body is I, no doubt. Body is I. But I am not the body because I am the whole universe. Therefore, when I can see that, then I am Paramatma. I am Paramatma. And that's why Bhagavan, Krishna can also say, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi. In 13th chapter, little earlier, he said the same. Kshetrajnam chapi. Hey, that Jivatma mam vidhi, Paramatmanam vidhi. There itself he said that. Here he is using the word Paramatma. Instead of mam there, here he is saying Paramatma. Mam referring to Paramatma there, right? And so once I hand over the attributes, to whom do I hand over? I don't have to hand over the attributes to anybody. The sun is moving, but then once I hand over the movement, I can see sun as stationary. Who do you hand it over to? You don't have to hand over to anybody. It's cognitive. I negated the movement. Negated. It's cognitive. It doesn't move. Where is the question of movement? But then you're seeing it moving. Yeah, that's how it will be. Nothing wrong with that. Just accept it. That's how it is. Then the body is given up. Body is not given up. Nothing is given up. That I am as good as this body. That wrong idea is given up. How is wrong idea given up? Wrong idea is given up by appreciating the right idea. That is the only way to give up wrong ideas. There's no other way to give up. There's no other way. Absolutely no other way. And therefore, Paramat. Therefore, I am called Paramatma. Purushaha is called Paramatma. Correct? And that Purusha, of course, is Dehe Asmin. Asmin Dehe. In this body alone. Meaning Jivatma. That Jivatma is Paramatma. Paroksha is made into Aparoksha. No longer looking up. No longer looking up. Sideways, far away, etc. And so puja also, when we do, beautiful, I think all of you should do that. Periodically, if you do puja, initially you should say, make that statement, that Mahavakya is there.
सोहम भावेन
Soham bhaveda. Soham
देवो देवालय प्रोक्त जीवो देवः सनातनः त्यजेत अज्ञान निर्माल्यम सोहम भावेन पूजयेत.
pujaye. You all should write down. If you don't know, Ramuji will footprint it in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Deho devalaya proktaha jivo deva sanatanaha. Hey, this is said right in front of, before the puja starts. Okay. Deho devalaya proktaha. Hey, temple. Devalaya means temple. What is the temple? Where is your temple? Hey, this body is called the temple. Deho, dehaha, devalaya proktaha. Jivo Deva Sanatana. Then who is the God? Who is the Deva? Jivaha Devaha and okay, Jivaha Devaha. Oh, Sanatanaha. Not ordinary guys, Sanatanam. Permanent, eternal. Temple is there, Bhagavan is there. Now what? Puja can be started. Okay. Jivo Deva Sanatanaha Tyajed Ajnana Nirmalyam. Hey, right now my mindset is a little different. I'm looking for God somewhere else. I'm going all over to search for God. This temple, that temple, another problem, I go to another temple. Then the other problem, I go to this temple. Marriage is not happening, I go to another temple. Like this, I've been constantly going from temple to temple. This Ajnana Nirmalyam Tyajet, may I give up? May this puja help me give up this avidya, Ajnana Nirmalyam. How can I give it up? Soham bhavena. Saha aham iti bhavena. He am I. She am I. Ishvaraha I am. Mahavakyam is there. Puja starts with a Mahavakyam. Which culture will have this kind of a puja? Please tell me. Puja is there in every culture. But here only Soham bhavena pujaye. I don't know whether Vishistadvaitis do all these things. But for us, it's too good. Soham bhavena pujayet. May I do the puja with this attitude. Don't see a difference. I need a murti. To do puja, I need a murti, all right. But still, I need it for my own antakarana shuddhi. Because right now I'm shrouded by avidya. But I know that when I do this enough, my avidya will go away. Okay. That's a good one to have. Every day we can chant that. All right. Upadrashta Anumantacha. Let's look at the meaning. Okay. The ultimate seer. The ultimate seer. 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 The ultimate seer, comma, permitter. 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 Comma, sustainer, comma, enjoyer. You can connect it to all the Sanskrit words. Enjoyer, sustainer, enjoyer, comma, limitless creator, limitless creator, or limitless Ishvara, better. Very difficult to translate the word Ishvara. Limitless Ishvara or limitless creator, comma, and also called limitless self, and also called limitless self within quotes, limitless self. Is the Purusha, is the Purusha, the person who is limitless, is the Purusha, the person who is limitless, referring to Paraha, is the Purusha, comma, the person who is limitless, comma, in this body. Full stop. Let's read that. The ultimate seer, permitter, sustainer, enjoyer, limitless Ishvara, and also called limitless self, is the Purusha, the person who is limitless in this body. Full stop. We'll continue. Okay, we were supposed to chant that. Yeah, so we'll do this. One of you can unmute yourself, and then yeah, Ramuji can unmute yourself. 3 times we said we'll chant this particular shloka. I didn't send it to you, but this Ayodhya. So there is a, because of this 22nd January, Ayodhya temple is going to be inaugurated. So for that, we are chanting in the Arshvidya Parampara. They've sent this shloka to chant every day. So any number of times we can chant. So we will just chant it 3 times here today. Om Apadamapahartaram
आपदामपहर्तारम्
Tataram Sarvasampadam
दातारं सर्वसम्पदाम्
Lokabhiramam Shriramam
लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं
Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham
भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्
Apadamapahartaram
आपदामपहर्तारम्
Tataram Sarvasampadam
दातारं सर्वसम्पदाम्
Lokabhiramam Shriramam
लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं
Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham
भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्
Om Apadamapahartaram
ॐ आपदामपहर्तारम्
Tataram Sarvasampadam
दातारं सर्वसम्पदाम्
Lokabhiramam Shriramam
लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं
Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham
भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om